Hello and welcome to Teleislas News with the most important news of the day. After the phase of presentation of resumes, the departmental assembly is ready for the election of a new departmental controller.
With a total of 16 registered candidates, the registration process for the call for the election of the Departmental Controller of San Andres, Providence, and Queclina for the period of 2022 through 2025 closed yesterday at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, in accordance with the provisions of Resolution 041 of September 20 of 2021. The resumes received correspond to Eileen Vanessa Livingston Ramirez, Dennis Downs Livingston, Christian Roger Davis Mares, William Austin Archbold, Carlton Gordon Cramston, Gina Margarita Belila González, Luis Eduardo Salazar, Norman Antonio Ballestas, Starlin Molano Grenard Bent, Ereona Williams de Reed, Elizabeth Rivera Marimón, Rafael Argemiro Gómez Redondo, Casto Machacado Serpa, Jair Alfonso Puello Tour, Robert Sánchez Flores, Omar de Jesús Perdomo Moreno. This is the beginning of a competition that is expected to be very tight since there is an excellent number of professionals seeking to reach the controller's office.
Yesterday, the local fire department received an important award for their work after hurricanes in the department.
Good evening, Lisa and Aldi TV viewers. I say hello from here from the fire station of our department, because yesterday the firefighters of this official place received a condecoration from a private company. This is very important because they help in all the recuperation after the passage of hurricanes Eta and Iota. They help hundreds of families who was in need during the days.
This recognition that is being made to the official fire department of San Andres and Old Providence comes in a good time, for it is a great motivation for our members of the fire department. Historically, we have always fulfilled all the tasks assigned, and we have always given everything we had to give as officials, others as volunteers, because always the life of the person would be above any other issue.
The commander of the firefighters also told us how they are going to be prepared during this hurricane season that is going until November.
We are respectful of the procedures and protocols of the Colombian law in such a way that the Law 1523 of 2012 establishes some activities. Everything that starts with the alerts from Colombia or Bogota, activation of municipal crisis rooms, activation of departmental crisis rooms. Within departmental crisis room, the governor dictates preventive tasks to be performed, and this is how things are done, and we are doing them so that every year during the cyclonic movement, the preventive tasks are done all year long.
This is all the information we report from here from the fire station. Continue to listen studio with more information.
Thank you, Alice. And in other news, the patient who underwent the first high complexity neurological surgery in the departmental essay is recovering.
For the first time in the archipielago, a highly complex neurological surgery was performed at the departmental essay with state-of-the-art equipment acquired by the departmental government through the Secretariat of Health and the new administrative management of the hospital.
With the elements that have been acquired at the neurological operating room level, we have been able to perform activities that were performed previously and others of greater complexity, such as the one we performed on Sunday of a patient who fell from a scaffolding from a considerable height and had a multiple fracture of the dorsal and lumbar spine. He had approximately 6 fractured vertebrae with a major commitment of the 8th and 9th dorsal vertebra that were displaced, compressing the spinal cord.
The health professional indicated that with the type of procedure, the referral of patients to the interior of the country is reduced.
We hope that with the acquisition of the equipment, we will be able to continue attending all the patients that come to our institution, because it will not be really a worthwhile plan for any reason to be transferred to another institution, since we can have all the equipment and be able to bring them directly to San Andres through the new contract that the hospital has with the people who handle these special devices, without the need to transfer the patients.
Finally, he pointed out that the patient recovery will be in his or her family environment and will be reflected in a better quality of health for the island community.
And making use of his stay in the Netherlands while hearings are underway at the International Court of Justice, the governor seeks UNESCO Institute for Water Education in order to generate spaces for knowledge exchange and implementation of innovation projects that contribute to meeting the ONU Sustainable Development Goals.
The governor of the archipelago department, Ever Hacking Shogrin, and the ambassador of Colombia in the Netherlands, Fernando Grillo Rubiano, held an important meeting with Director Eddie Moores in the UNESCO Institute for Water Education located in Delft, Netherlands, in order to generate spaces of knowledge exchange and implementation of innovative projects that will contribute to the fulfillment of the goals outlined in the Departmental Development Plan, which are aligned with the UN Sustainable Development Goals. International collaboration is sought on issues such as coastal erosion and beach recovery, integrated management and water resources, wastewater management, disaster risk management, and adaptation of climate change. In addition, cooperation in education, training, and firming professionals of the archipelago in issues related to water management will be promoted.
And in other news, in order to provide support to taxpayers, the departmental government continues to offer tax relief to improve the economy households, landowners, merchants, and vehicle owners on the island of San Andres.
Taxpayers make use of the tax relief for the payment of their taxes, which will have a discount of 90%, 80%, and 70%. This was announced by the Secretary of Finance.
El tema de los alivios tributarios se continúa recibiendo la comunidad en el día de hoy.
For the issue of tax relief, we continue to receive the community. Today we are going to make an aggressive campaign where flyers will be delivered in different sectors. This goes until December 15th. As it was mentioned at the beginning, the idea is that people come and make use of these discounts. Let's remember that we are at 90% of the property tax from September 1st until October 30th. I want to invite the community to make use of this tool that is of great benefit.
The tax relief was approved through Draft Ordinance 023, which established the recovery of overdue portfolios, granting discounts to delinquent taxpayers of the interest and penalties.
And Sena extends an invitation to islanders to participate in the Bank of Instructors Contractors for the year 2022.
This is a process that seeks to pre-select the most suitable candidates to integrate the team of the instructors in the modality of personal services for the year 2022. The Bank of Resumes to become an instructor of the entity is a tool that can be found on the website of the Public Employment Agency, through which resumes and documents of interest personnel receive. Those who meet the requirements and pass the selection criteria defined by Sena will reach the level of pre-selected and will have the option to be part of the hiring of instructor of 2022 conducted by the Sena training centers in all regions of the country, according to the programs offered and the budget allocated. The procedures and rules of participation are published in the portal of the Sena Public Employment Agency, and this is the only channel through which the resumes of those interests will be received and subsequently managed. The procedure defined by the entity registration to this bank of resumes is totally free and without intermediaries. As of September 29 of 2021, people will be able to consult the available position in the 117 training centers and apply for the Sena Instructors Bank, taking into account the schedule according to the last digit or their identification document.
And now let's learn about other events that are making news in our brief news sections of today.
The Secretariat of Mobility of the Archipelago Department delivered biosafety kits to public transportation service providers in the archipelago, which, through talks and activities at disinfection of their vehicles, were explained to them about personal safe care and protection measures that should be taken into account when providing service to the community. The departmental administration visited different educational institutions in order to give talks for the prevention and awareness of crime against human trafficking, at the same time providing technical and pedagogical support from Migration Colombia, ICBF, and the Police for Children and Adolescents, promoting prevention campaigns and technical assistance for capacity building for the identification of victims of the crime.
Now we continue with the weather forecast. The weather forecast for today, September 29, in the coastal area of archipelago, the sky is mainly cloudy. Temperature is 30 degrees Celsius and winds from the northeast direction with intensities of 10 km per hour. Humidity forecast is of 73% and probability of precipitation is of 44%.